Wendy Williams got a new attorney connected to A$AP Rockey and Rihanna. Also, RHOA fans have a Kenya Moore and Phaedra Parks names trending. We're going to tell you why.
Plus, Britney Spears fan says Lizzo is toxic and they got beef with her. But how did Janet Jackson end up in all this mess, huh?
And I can't wait to talk about it all.
Welcome to Side Dish. There we go. Come through, old hair pick. Where's my short hair pick?
I know.
I
loved that hair, though.
Oh,
by the
thank
way.
you.
I mean, it was, character.
Thank you so much. I got to bring it back. Well, as you know, here at Side Dish, we are more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We're the whole meal fam.
Yeah, bring your appetites, man. We're going to keep feeding you and feeding you and feeding you.
Yeah, get that appetite appa right. And joining us tonight, she's a trailblazing television producer, serial entrepreneur, and if you did not know, you have her to thank for the iconic reality TV show, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Give it up for Princess Banton Lofters, a.k.a. Producer Princess. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Thank you so
I am
much.
excited to be here.
Excited to have you. And the crazy thing when you think about that franchise, there's so many people who have been getting their life for so many seasons just on the strength of that show. And I know we're going to talk about it a little bit more, but it's exciting to have you here in our presence, yo.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Talk about it all. I know y'all want to talk, so let's go.
Yep, drop your comments in the chat. We'll try to answer as much as we can, all right? Now it's time for some Feed Me activity. With the weather getting nice, some of your old school faves are heading out on the road, and Genuine is one of them. But this video has me thinking that he can't really ride that pony or jump around on stage like he used to. Them knees need some icy hot. Take a look.
Oh, not those knees. He's still singing though.
The sign language dude is the MVP though.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
He just kept going.
Listen.
Are you a big Genuine fan?
Genuine is one of my closest friends.
Really?
So I have been roasting him for years. I call him Papa, and I promise you, he's gonna see this and be like immediately texting me because Genuine, just look good and grind. We just want to see you do this. We don't want to see you hop, jump, do none of that. I roast him all the time. Like, keep your feet firmly on the ground, sir.
You're absolutely right. We don't need our pop stars to be jumping off of things, our R&B stars to be leaping. It's all about a nice grind and a little eye to the camera roll. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
it.
Little intention.
That's all we want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Genuine. Just look cute.
No, but as a person who was here for the disaster, and real quick, follow me now, seeing the sign language person, he wanted to help, but realized, he fell too far behind the stage. I can't do it. And then he went back and no. I don't even know.
What Destiny's Child did? They just looked at him like, Michelle, right? Just
kept it rocking.
And kept it going.
He looked longer than Beyonce and Kelly did. He's like, my arms ain't long enough. He's like, back to the sign language.
I can't get you, brother. He signed out help real quick.
That's it. He said,
Yeah, Genuine disappeared all the way out of frame.
Yo, but when I do see older people being physically active on stage, it does show me that if you keep yourself in shape, it can happen. Mm-hmm. I don't know how he felt because he jumped about 2 feet down.
Yeah,
he literally caught himself on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know. Meanwhile, I don't know if you're a Big Daddy Kane fan, but Big Daddy Kane, right now at the age of older than Genuine, will go out there and do all the moves and hang with the best of them.
He really can. No, Genuine, I think for years, Genuine is really in good shape. He actually is in great shape. So I'm kind of surprised that, I feel like it was just a moment in time where he didn't see what was going on behind him and, slipped up. It might have been 2.
I might present a theory.
Times.
I might present a theory here. Like, can we get that video back without any sound? Pay attention to how big his ASL interpreter is. Did Genuine not have enough landing room behind him? Because look, that dude, and he was right there. If Mr. ASL, if he wasn't, there might have been more room, more runway.
If Big Boy wasn't on stage, sign language.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to blame it on him. I'm not shaming him.
No.
Even though it sounds like I'm shaming him.
I'm still going to make fun of him. I'm still going to call him.
That's what a real friend would do.
Period.
Have you checked on him since this video has gone viral?
I haven't, but he knows he's in my heart, and I'm praying for his healing.
There we go.
Yo, being that you, being the serial entrepreneur that you are, have you ever thought about putting together a reality show of R&B dudes
tell me.
from a pocket of time?
Listen. And so again, Genuine is one of my closest friends. I say this in like real friend. You know, people throw around the road friend. He's my real friend. And so we have talked about, actually, I would love to see something with Genuine, with these old school, you know, we call them old school, but these past celebrated pop stars. I think people would watch that, and we've talked about that. So, I mean, stay tuned. You never know. I might put something together just for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
With a bunch of steps and a handrail. That's for them to get down the stage.
Right.
All right, moving on. Wendy Williams has retained highly regarded criminal defense lawyer Joe Tacopina as her personal lawyer and to help her in her guardianship case. And here's what Joe told TMZ about the whole situation.
The end goal is to get her out of that draconian institution she's in, that she doesn't belong in, because she's not incapacitated in any way, shape, or form. She's in a ward where people don't know their names, where people don't know between a red light and a green light. I mean, she's in a place where, you know, people are dangerous to themselves. She's not. She can't leave there on her own to go get a cup of coffee. So the goal, end game, is to make sure she gets out of there. How it's done is honestly, it doesn't matter to me now. I spoke to Wendy at length yesterday. She wants me to represent her. I am representing her. Her family's asked me to represent her. I'm her personal attorney now. Doesn't mean I'm in the guardianship case yet, and I'm not, because the judge has to approve any lawyer coming in to the guardianship. So the bottom line is there's a process that's in play there. We are moving. We're making motions to make sure we're doing everything to get ourselves into the guardianship proceedings. And then we have other remedies if that doesn't work. If the judge for some reason doesn't allow us into the guardianship.
Interesting. Yeah.
ASAP Joe. Come on, ASAP Joe.
And he's taking this ASAP Joe thing very serious. My man dresses like he shops at VIM.
Right.
In Mount Vernon. You know, puffer jacket, hat on. Like, he used to be suited down pre-ASAP trial.
Right. ASAP Joe.
But I'm glad she's getting good help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And not those throwaway lawyers that show up every time somebody
Right.
like comes through with an accusation, because you do need the heavy hitters in a case like this, because it's a very unique situation. I've never seen anything like this.
Yo, the list of people this man has represented has been crazy. Like Donald Trump, Meek Mill, A$AP Rocky, Alex Rodriguez.
We've been in trouble before.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what this was. This was a few years ago. I think that was like the first one that put him on sort of the celebrity scene.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you got
Free
a good
Wendy,
track record.
Period. I love Wendy. I feel like she's the one who really pioneered, and I'll say it like as a woman coming in, really standing up for the things she believes, whether you like her or not. I feel like she has an opinion, and when she wants to voice her opinion, she will. So, free Wendy, honey.
Yeah.
It's
coming.
When she was on the radio in the afternoons on WBLS, anytime I would go back, because I wasn't living in New York at this point, but every time I would go back to visit, like as soon as I get from the airport, if it was after 2 o'clock, she would just hold you hostage. Her entire show.
Period.
Played very minimal music. I think Artie was like her assistant intern back, and it was just always an interesting show to listen to. And she's a master of her craft, and I want to see her back doing her thing.
She's a legend, an icon.
Absolute icon.
What's your favorite Wendy Williams interview moment?
Oh my gosh, let me see. Oh, okay, so I love when she interviewed, what's the young lady? The Puerto Rican princess, honey.
Jocelyn Hernandez. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know whether to I was frozen, like, ooh. You know what I mean? You know when you watch something, you're like, oh God, are they looking at me? Like,
What's about to happen?
It was so cringy, but entertaining. And Jocelyn kept coming for her, and Wendy kept coming back. I loved that interview. I think that she has had so many iconic moments like that, but I think everybody's a little scared of Jocelyn,
Sure.
me included. So I feel like, I love that interview.
It's interesting. So there are obviously levels and layers to all forms of the industry, and in the talk show game, Wendy was at the top, without a doubt. And it's hard to cross from one level to the next. But I remember for years and years and years. Like if you were on sort of a lower level show, like myself and friends that I had like years ago, you still had a shot at showing up and doing entertainment updates on Wendy.
Yeah.
And I remember my buddy AJ Gibson was one of the first guys I knew directly to get that shot, and it was a game changer for him. He was so excited. Wendy like put him there basically, and so it's like that's why I think there's so many people. If you're watching this and you liked Wendy, but you might not understand our enthusiasm for Wendy, it's because she did things like that for people who you wouldn't have seen otherwise.
Yeah. And I've always been a little afraid of Wendy. Years and years ago when Housewives became a thing, very early on, I stopped doing press very early, but it was around 2012-ish. Somebody whispered to me like, hey, Wendy Williams, would like for you to, and it was kind of like, oh, someone wants to talk to me, because it was the time when people were, as a producer, you were sort of getting a face, and I wasn't sure if I was ready for it, but I was like, no, I'm afraid of what she's gonna say. I was a little like, is she gonna, because you never know. And back then, there was a lot of controversy around the show,
Well, you're also coming
as
at
black
it.
women.
You're also coming at it as a producer, so you know how the sausage is made.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, make him cry on camera.
We're coming for
Moving on.
Okay,
Lizzo went on the Sibling Rivalry podcast and addressed an old tweet where she referred to Janet Jackson as the Queen of Pop, a title that is normally given to Madonna. But she also said Britney Spears does Janet impersonations. Take a look at this.
I love Madonna.
I have to really clear up
Lizzo.
because people came for me on the internet because I said Janet Jackson is the queen of pop. I said Janet Jackson's the queen of pop, and here is why I said Janet is the queen of pop. Britney Spears is doing a Janet impression, and she said it. Janet is her diva.
Yeah, for sure.
There were no such things as pop divas before Janet. Janet was first. She was famous when Madonna was a kid watching her on television.
Yeah.
And I'm just putting it out there. It's not because someone is better than the other. She was just first. And she is Janet. She invented this shit.
Yeah.
Now, Madonna is the pop icon.
Yes.
And I love Madonna.
Yeah.
And we can't refute her influence and what she's done for pop music and for all of the divas. She's birthed a generation.
And we refuse her to
and I felt like I was fighting for my life because people was just dragging me by my ankle.
All her life she had to fight.
Lizzo look good though. Let's start there. But okay, Lizzo look good.
So some Britney fans said this about Lizzo's comments. Woke up to Lizzo dragging the Britney Spears. I think the F not. And then another fan said, disrespecting the Britney Spears in 2025. That's why no one's listening to your new songs at Lizzo.
Lord.
Wow. I don't think Lizzo was dragging Britney. She was actually reciting something that Britney actually said with her own mouth. People be having selective outrage.
Or they don't pay attention.
That part.
They're definitely not paying attention, and they're like picking things to be upset about. It's like the Free Britney. Listen, the Free Britney crowd had their day, had their time. She is free now. Congratulations. I hope you're happy with what you got.
Look what you did.
Look what you did.
Look what you created.
Look what you did. But I don't think Lizzo saying that Britney said that she's doing a Janet impersonation should be the most like. You shouldn't write over that.
No, absolutely not.
Everybody great stole from a person that was greater than them, or was inspired by the person.
And inspired.
And well, that's the other thing. Here's my thing is like, and I don't know, I'm willing to take an education on this, but I don't believe that there's a first person of anything, because you could roll back 20, 30 years and there's someone else. Maybe the instruments are different.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe the presentation's a little different, but like Tina Turner probably has some stake in there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you're a woman out and you're out in front and you're dancing in front of people and singing your songs. Like, that's been around a while.
Loretta Lynn is the Billie Eilish of country to someone.
For sure. Yes. Yeah.
You're right.
So apples and oranges.
Janet is Janet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, clearly Lady Gaga has listened to Madonna before.
Yeah. Well, and she hates that comparison.
She does.
But you cannot. You can't. It's like apples and apples. I'm sorry.
Right. Even if one is a papple, it's still in the same fruit universe.
Right. And we can see it. Like, we can see who you are imitating, who you like, who you're inspired by. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
That's the thing, is I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all, for acknowledging that you were heavily inspired by a given artist. Like, you're not out here covering their tracks, but you're walking in their footprints or standing on their shoulders.
Look at these reality shows. They're all spawned off of shows like ours, like mine. You know, there's 100 Housewives now because there was one that started the way with Orange County, and then here we are. So inspiration feeds greatness, so period.
Absolutely.
Who cares?
Well, speaking of inspiration and greatness, the Real Housewives of Atlanta fans are really upset that Kenya Moore was removed during season 16 due to revenge porn, allegedly, we haven't seen it, against Brit Edie. But fans are now comparing what Phaedra did, which was falsely accuse Candy of wanting to, quote, rape and drug Kenya, rape and drug Portia, to what Kenya did. And they're saying if Phaedra can come back on the show, so should Kenya.
What you think?
Not what you think.
I mean,
How do you draw the line?
closer to the stove than anybody.
What's the line here?
Yeah, listen, I think that, oh God, I was trying to stay so far out of this, but I will say, and I love everybody, they're all my children. There's one aspect of it that's criminal, right? And when you're falsely accusing somebody of, allegedly, falsely accusing somebody of something that is detrimental to their business, their livelihood, their family, their freedom, that's kind of different than when you have a situation that plays out that there's no real criminal intent or criminal action. I think, it's just feelings and she did this and I'm going to retaliate this way. So I don't see it personally as the same. However, I think it's all the way around not good. It's not a good look. But I think the Phaedra thing was a little more criminal intent in some people's mind, right?
Right, because especially if you've been through that before,
Right.
like that could be very triggering.
Right, and triggering.
Now,
right.
Princess, just to
Allegedly,
peel
no,
the curtains back a little bit. Sometimes in the wrestling world, something will happen in the ring, which will, I'm injured. I ain't gonna be around for a while because I got to go off and film something. Now, could this be a situation where this is a storyline, an angle, a plot to get people talking? Meanwhile, Kenya is gonna go, I don't know, compete.
Be on The Masked Singer?
Yeah, or take a flight to outer space. I don't know what people do. Because it seems like everybody who says they coming back always comes back. Except Kim Zolciak and Sweetie.
Not Sweetie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I feel like she deserves a peach, man. It'll be the greatest comeback arc in history.
Good, Sweetie. Listen, I mean, anything is possible. I would say that knowing these women and knowing that when you're filming these shows, the things that happen, and despite whatever people think, they're situational. So they come from somewhere.
Right.
They're not just randomly out of it. And something so serious, I don't think that these women would make something up like this for a show. They're really living their lives.
The other thing is it takes to show up with like a printout of someone committing allegedly a sexual act of some kind. There are many, many, many hoops you have to step through to get it to set and get it on camera. Like, so you had to have the idea, then you talk to somebody about it, then you had to print the thing.
Look,
and you got to have that card stock.
You got to have that card stock somewhere.
Can I hide behind this?
And so it's like some people don't know how the sausage is made. And so there was, I'll jump out on the ledge. There was some producer on that show who was like, yes, this is a great idea. You should absolutely do this. And now they might have eaten their words later on when she got in trouble, but that's how reality TV is made. And you know why? I know why? Because I did reality casting for a long time. Yeah. It is it can be dirty.
He may know then, y'all. He may know.
Let us know in the chat if you think, Kenya knows how to, connect her phone to her printer so she can print things. Because I don't think she can. Because if you're going to fire one person, you need to fire the person and say, what would be a good idea?
Right.
Because usually these are the ideas of other people on the sidelines, and the person that takes the arrows is the person whose name we know.
I'm going to stand up for my producers and say, I don't know. Listen, it's a tough one. It's really tough when you're in the moment and your emotions are high, whether you're talent or your producers. There was a lot on the line for the producers this season, right?
Yeah.
Our big comeback, season 16. I think that all the way around, it was a difficult situation for everybody.
Yeah.
And they're there to help. So
right, and that's the thing is nobody tunes in for everybody gets along all the time and laughs. That's not a fun show. I mean, this show is, but like on reality shows, like you want the drama,
Yeah.
Well, y'all can argue amongst yourselves in the chat. In the meantime, we're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to chat with Princess about her career, more Real Housewives of Atlanta things, and so much more. See you in 2. Princess, thank you so much for hanging out with us today.
You're
Now, we got to get into your business just a little bit. Now, first things first, we have to give you your flowers for creating, one of the best franchises, which has created so many jobs, so many opportunities, and so many, future icons right here in Atlanta. Let's take a look at this video from the season 16 premiere party.
Okay, digging in the crate.
I did see you there that night.
Thank you to everybody that's in here. I very, very rarely get a moment to just reflect on the 16 years that this show has been on. 16 years ago, I literally, on my basement floor, thought about putting Black women on TV, and I am so grateful to see all these beautiful, successful women. 16 seasons later, we paved the way for so many shows. We laid the foundation for so many powerful, beautiful Black women. And I am truly, truly proud to be a part of that. I thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lord.
You deserve it. This is the bar.
Let it flow. Let it
Oh my
flow.
gosh. Memories. Yeah. That was a really special moment. So I'm getting choked up now. I don't really do a lot of moments where I step out and really talk about, the fact, I don't even get a chance to really reflect on it. It all happened very quickly. And then I shied away from the spotlight for various reasons. And I think that when I'm able to be in a room, because those were Bravo executives and true executives. And so for them to acknowledge me publicly and say, hey, this is the girl. And what you missed in the beginning was, to give you some context, there was a lot going on prior to that. And they had wrapped everything, finished it, walked away. And so that's why the crowd is even noisy, because it was like, oh, Princess, could you say a couple of words? And then I just kind of took the mic and just said what was on my heart. So it's great. I'm really grateful for 16 seasons, and I'm grateful for what the franchise has done, not only for our franchise, but for other franchises, like, other, Black franchises that come up, Potomac and so on, and just even the other shows. So yeah, it was a great moment.
It has to, you say you don't often reflect back upon it. When I think about like the effect that it's had on Atlanta, the number of people who are working in Atlanta, the number of people whose careers have blossomed in Atlanta as a result of this. We have these people visiting us on Dish every week, every other week, and then you talk about Potomac and these other shows, and you can trace it directly back to the work that you were doing.
They've told me.
How does that feel? What are your emotions when you take time to think about it?
Well, I was only 20 at the time, because I'm only, 30 now, 35. It really just feels like yesterday, honestly. And I just think that I'm so grateful that I had the audacity to say what I wanted and say that I wanted Black women on television and people who look like me. And I'm really proud of what it's done for the culture, for Atlanta, which is now my new home. I love it all, so I'm just really excited that we are in season 16 and many more to come, and many other shows hopefully to come out of it.
What were the points when you look back in casting? Because I was talking about, I did casting years ago. What were the points in casting where like the Nene Leakes were in front of you, or the Phaedras were in front of you, the Sheree Whitfields were in front of you, where you're like, I've got something?
Oh man, well, the beauty of it was I was doing it all on my own. So nowadays you have these big casting companies come in, right? And it was just me, a cameraman with a missing tooth right here, who was my editor, right? I was so fresh and green. My eyes were open. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, oh, hey, I want to interview you at your home. And it was just organic and from my gut, and I had no fear. And I was producing the stories of these women. Yeah. Right? That's how I looked at it. I didn't look at casting. I was like producing a story to sell this show, whatever that meant. And I just really felt always when I stepped in front of somebody like a Nene, like a Sheree, like a Kim. Oh, I love Kim, by the way. Because she really added that little
she brought something different to the table.
Yeah, something that people were like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Lisa, Deshawn, I love all our OGs. But I really knew that I had something. I really felt in the bottom of my stomach. I don't know what this is. Now, I didn't expect 16 seasons, 16 years, 17 years. But yeah, I felt like I had something, and I just felt like these women were going to change the culture. I knew these women were going to change the culture.
And that they did.
I really did.
This is a two-part question. One, who's somebody who came across your casting table that got away, but still went on to do something amazing? And the second part is, did the camera person ever get a tooth?
That part of the story. I've had a few. I can't really say because a lot of these things are confidential. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to drop a little secret right now, quickly. So even throughout the years of me being way behind the camera and kind of disappearing, I've had some jobs where I'm anonymously a part of, and actually most recently, anonymously a part of, picking or looking at overseeing these big shows that are coming down, and they kind of want my take on, hey, what do you think about this celebrity or that celebrity, and do you think they'd be good for the show? So I've seen people come across my desk that I'm like, I've helped to either usher or push them in the direction of this, and I would never ever tell that person.
Oh wow, really?
And yes, absolutely not. So I feel like I've had a lot of people in the past that I've even interviewed that have went on to do really big things, and I can't think of anybody at the top of my head, but gosh, a lot. I feel like if you have it, you have it, and whether somebody picks you now or later, you're gonna get picked.
Yeah, what's for you is for you.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, Princess, we got to get up in your business a little bit. You flexed on Instagram on everyone with this here, saying that you've never had Botox or fillers, and you use good products. Can you give us that skincare regimen for the girlies out there and for the guys?
Ooh, period. She is her, okay. I'm really proud to say I'm easing my way out of my 40s, which I said there. And I had my son really, 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 really young, right? My son's 32. And I was poor. And so whatever he used, I used. I had the baby lotion and the baby Vaseline, as all us black folks do. And for years and years, that's what I put on my skin. I just wake up, put on the Vaseline baby lotion. A lot of, products that don't have any ingredients that will be harsh to your skin. And thank God for good genetics and a little, Oriental mix, Indian mix, black mix. I'm all of them. I haven't done anything. So, and no shade to anybody who does, but she has not.
All the parts. And you talk about being such a behind the scenes person, but your fashion game is unmatched. I mean, like, we've seen unlimited looks from you, killing it every time. I mean, you always Met Gala fresh no matter where you go.
Stand up.
Do you ever see yourself doing a clothing line or maybe a TV show about fashion, perhaps?
Yeah. Fashion is my absolute passion. It keeps me, I've said it before, fashion saved my life. We'll talk about that another time. I love the idea of being able to create something that people, see in you, right? TV is a grind, and TV is challenging and hard sometimes, and I think that's been my outlet. So yes, people talk to me about it more than I think about it, right? So I would love to do a fashion line. The show that I was in, Bold and Bougie, we talked a little bit about that on the show. So yeah, one of these days, but I think I'm gonna do something where I just bring people on to talk about their own fashion and maybe talk a little bit more.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you got the gift of gab. Going back to the show real quick, how do you feel about the new girls on the show? Do you think Bravo made wise decisions, or should they do another cast shakeup?
No shakeup needed. First of all, Shamia been a cast member, period.
Low key,
period, right? New cast. She's always been a cast member. Always gave cast member energy. Kelly, I've known Kelly for quite a while. I always thought she was great TV. All the girls, Angela, who my husband knows her husband, I think she's great. Who am I missing?
The girl that's beefing with...
Brit. I know Brit as well. So I put Britney in a video 2012.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm sorry, not 2012. I don't remember what year it was, but I know her well, and I think they all bring great things to the show, including the OGs. I love them all. So I think it's a great cast. I really do. I really do. I promise y'all. I really think it's a great cast.
I also think sometimes it takes a little while for the cast chemistry to unfold.
That's right.
Like you've got all the right pieces. You need to let it simmer a minute.
Right. And we were off the air for quite a while, doing kind of what a few franchises do, regrouping. I think they took their time. They figured out who'd be good for the show. We don't always see, even I call myself a viewer, we don't always see all the things that go behind picking people, the chemistry between the cast, their storylines, their lives. So there's a lot more than just the physical person that you see on the screen, right? So I think they did a good job.
Well, what
Stay
can we
tuned.
expect next? What's happening next in the producer princess universe?
Yeah, well, like you guys talked about, I absolutely love fashion, so I'm going to be pursuing a little bit more, a lot more of that. I'd love to kind of do something where I step out and talk a little bit more. Like you guys said, I do enjoy it. I just don't do a lot of it. But I think that me talking will help other women, other people, creatives come together. So I'd like to do something in that world. And then I have my husband's an orthodontist, so I have a practice, which is, yes, Dr. Loftus. So I'm the real doctor's wife. For real.
You could end up married to medicine.
I know, right?
I know all those girls. For real. I know all those girls. So yeah, Contessa's a really good friend of mine. In Quad. So yeah, I mean, and Mariah. Ooh, I love Mariah. Bring back Mariah.
Yeah, you know everybody, yo.
I really do. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, listen,
so, yeah.
man, keep those comments flowing, and you definitely should do a podcast. Because there are so many people who have all the ideas, don't even know what the first step is into getting that idea from out of their brain on the paper into an executive's office and onto our screens in any form. So your information and your knowledge could be so helpful for so many people.
Yeah. And I think people meet me and they go, oh, you're not like what I thought. Like, I don't know what people think of me, especially because maybe they don't see me that often and hear from me. But I'm so like, come on. I will share all the information and all the tea that I can.
Great. As a resource, let's go.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right, we're going to be back with more Side Dish in 2 minutes. Welcome back.
Hey.
All right, so virtual reality is being used for a lot of things, and now Catalonia, Spain is using it to give domestic abusers a dose of their own medicine.
To make abusers feel empathy, psychologist Nicholas Barnes built a program called V Respect Me, which gives abusers a front row seat to their own abuse from their victim's POV.
Wow, okay. So nearly 1,000 prisoners in Spain tested the program, and some were brought to tears. A few couldn't even finish the program because they couldn't take the abuse that they had been dishing out.
The irony.
This is interesting.
The irony.
It's always like that.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can dish it, but you see what I did there? But you can't take it. I mean, really? I don't condone violence, but I really do like when people get a little taste of their own medicine.
Listen.
Just saying.
I like people getting a taste of their own medicine, but I'm also not sure that getting a taste of your own medicine teaches you. I think maybe in that moment you're like, oh, I wish I hadn't have been abused in this manner.
Right.
But I'm not sure that's the same as like the deep mental work of like therapy and like considering like, why did I want to do this in the first place? What are the things from my childhood that perhaps led me here?
Yeah, maybe this could be an icebreaker or part of the therapy in totality.
Sure.
That's right.
I would like to up the ante and like have you wear this thing and then put you in a women's self-defense class where you can't see what's going on and you're getting attacked from all sides.
Right.
Then
It's like the pregnant men with the bellies.
Yeah, understand the pain, know what people are going through.
Right.
Because like I think sometimes a lot of people who are domestic abusers witnessed it as a child.
Yeah,
Some
it's
people look at
definitely-
that and they'll be like, all right, this is the exact opposite of what I'm going to do. And some people normalize it because that is what they've seen.
Well,
To
that's
hurt
how you
people
know
hurt
to
people.
do that is
Yeah.
because that's something you've seen or you've taken in at some point. That's why it's so slick.
It's a
cyclical.
pattern.
Yeah.
It's sometimes a real pattern that you can't break generationally.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, but still, I want you to feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
Put them little sensors on the body.
I love it.
Like
I like it to be just like the pregnancy belly. You get a little toot, toot, toot.
Because it looks like he's about to play a game. And
don't know
I'm
what
possibly
he's
punch
doing.
back the
What
way
is
his
he
dukes
doing?
are up.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably a game. I don't think that's like the.
There's no like real action. No, okay, never mind.
Very different. Those
Very
stories
different.
are available. I'm pretty
Never
sure.
mind.
And then when it's all done, now clean this up.
Right? Oh, Lord.
Has your partner? Have you ever had a partner who's dished something out that you wish they could experience? Boy, I do.
What happened?
No, just
Wait,
like
what?
just the
Right,
game, the
you were
games
like-
people play. Like if you want to
were
escape
like,
this
wait.
episode, you're gonna have to figure out your own games now.
Oh.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
I thought you were trying to confess something for a minute.
Not me.
thought you were
Domestic
confessing.
abuse happens to men too. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It sure
There's
does.
a guy who I see flinch anytime a female raises his hand. Like, there is a hand. Like, it's
Right.
Like, is there trouble at home?
Some of these women can take their men. Just saying. I mean, that's another topic.
Shout out to Jocelyn.
I mean,
That's a tough
I
chick.
didn't.
Yeah.
She is.
Like,
I
she
promise
should
you I'm
take her
afraid
talents
of
to the WWE. Because I
She
feel like
is-
you could really get paid for wilding out
Yes,
and not necessarily have to have a warrant for your arrest after wilding out.
Just listen. I would never want to be in a dark alley with her. And I actually, low key, I kind of like people that are like a little like, oh, what's happening here? They always seem to gravitate towards me, anyways. Like, I love Princess. I'm like, I'm a little scared of you.
Well, it's probably
but I
because
love
the
you
sense of
too.
calm that you exude.
You have a
right?
loving
Right?
energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you felt familiar. As soon as I walked in, like I'd never like met you
Yeah,
personally, but I walked in,
yeah.
I was like,
Hey.
familiar.
Because the chaotic people don't really love other chaotic people.
You
They
right.
try to get to a sense of calm,
right.
so they're attracted to the calm person.
This is true. This is true.
So for all you people who are going through like some things you don't know how to channel for your energy or whatever, like therapy may be the gateway that can get you to the help you
Please.
need, or you can do this VR thing,
Yes.
which you might like too much, which is
mean-
weird. Anyway, switching gears. Imagine rushing to work and a rapper want to block I-20 just so he can do a whole music video.
Oh, no.
So a rapper by the name of Belly in Atlanta, he's part of Gang Kush. He's going viral, and it appears he stopped traffic so the streets could feel this.
Oh no. Sir, you didn't have to block traffic today.
There's a cop car, or at least the like flashing light behind it.
What's happening? Oh, it's a rented G-Wagon. I mean, oh, Lord.
You can go stand in front of a hanging mic almost anywhere, sir.
And the wild part is the mics don't even be plugged in.
Yeah,
He
no,
lip
absolutely.
syncing.
It's just for looks.
Is that a police car behind him? Blocking the
I
traffic?
peeped that.
There's lights on it, but I can't tell if it is or not.
Because you can get that siren off of T-Move.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
It's also the hanging mic thing is back from the stage era.
Oh,
like,
now we can hear it?
Why are we doing this out in the streets?
Not the drink in his hand. Sir.
Wait, was that a Chick-fil-A
It's a
cup?
big gulp.
Is that a big gulp?
Yeah, that's from 7-Eleven. What?
Wow. Wow.
You drove here
big
from a part of
Okay.
Georgia that has a 7-Eleven
That-
just to shoot a video on
Sir,
I-20.
I cannot.
So there's more to it.
What?
Evidently, this is from a whole performance series called the From the Block performance, which has featured artists like Cardi B, Chris Brown, Lil
it's a
Baby,
okay.
Robin Thicke, and more. I remember one time a band stopped traffic on the 405 in Los Angeles, and they were arrested.
As they should, because y'all have enough traffic already without
As
people
it
doing
is.
the extra, right? So it's unclear if Belly Gang Kush really stopped traffic or if it was staged, but What would you do if you rolled up on us on the highway?
Child, first of all, I'm flagging down that officer like, sir, I have places to go. I will lie. I will say, who do I look like today? Janet, Nia Long, like whoever I look like, I'm her. Because I need to get around. Like, what is happening? I'm too old for this.
Yeah, something tells me that he didn't actually stop traffic for this. Because I just don't think that would fly in Atlanta.
Yeah, he seemed like he might have been white. And white people they're gonna get the proper permits.
Right.
Usually.
Yeah. Like the street might have been closed down. Here's how I know that this is done properly with permits. Is he's like rapping, but he's never like.
Looking around, make sure everything okay.
Yeah, he did.
Like everything's fine. He's not
he was
sweating
really,
at all.
really cool and calm with his red beard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And like the people with the sirens in the car behind them, they don't seem pressed about it.
Nobody seems pressed.
It's like,
look, there's people walking around in the background.
Yeah.
As tough as he was rapping, he was probably like,
what's his name again?
Officer, we just need 7 minutes of your time.
7 minutes. Let me get 10 minutes. Belly Gang Kush is his name.
Belly Gang. I'm not mad at it though. It's what is it? Beg for forgiveness. What's the saying?
Shoot first, ask questions last.
Permission, beg for forgiveness. I think that's what he probably did.
Yeah. I mean, you're starting to see
accurate.
this pop up because like sometimes I'll be riding around the city like weird times of night, and then like I'll see somebody like in a gas station parking lot. with a mic dangling and cats going ham.
17th Street has a lot of that. By Atlantic Station, they have a lot of videos right by the bridge.
I see that often, yes.
What was the one you were doing? I think you were sitting shotgun in a vehicle rapping. It was a big convertible, a drop top.
Cadillac Chronicles,
See,
man.
I think that's dope.
Oh.
Yo, my guy Brian Freeman, who does Cadillac Chronicles, like he literally has a sound system in his Cadillac, and he drops the top, and you be riding all around the city doing your joint, and it's got to the point where
I love cars. Bring me in. Tag me in.
Brian,
love cars.
you got a fan.
Tag me in.
But he would be so happy. I was just talking to him the other day because he was trying to get somebody at Dreamville, the festival that just took place, and that person is a very elusive person. I'm like, listen. Even if she says she's gonna do it,
that is
you're gonna celebrate a birthday waiting for her.
Yeah, I love cars. I'm one of those girls.
Like a rap version of Carpool Karaoke would be sick.
That's so dope.
That's a vibe. That's definitely a vibe.
Wait, should that be a segment we do here for Side Dish?
Carpool Karaoke?
Yeah.
Let's go.
He help us producer. He help us producer.
Come on, Princess. All right, moving on. Are you hungry? I hope so, because you might be like me and looking for a way to cheat on your diet. Then Colonel Sanders might have a fried chicken flavored loophole for you. So KFC has linked up with High Smile to create a toothpaste packed with KFC's 11 herbs and spices. A few people have tried it, and here's how it went.
So this is a real thing.
You like it?
KFC
Fried chicken flavored toothpaste?
finger looking good meets fresh breath. It's a legit collaboration with KFC and High Smile. Come on, that is pretty cool.
Honestly, a little scared to try this.
This is really crazy. Load it up.
Come here.
No, she didn't like it.
Here's the problem. The flavor's low key.
He didn't like it either. You can tell by his eyebrows.
That is crazy, dude. Tastes like chicken.
I love you, High Smile. I love you, KFC.
Get these from the High Smile website. These are absolutely real and absolutely wild.
Okay.
It had to be one of us, didn't it?
I was waiting. I was like, come on, not all my cousins.
I was at first like, please.
I was playing.
Let's get
I said, we
at least.
We had like we was on the opposite side of the gambling spectrum. It was like,
we do love KFC, but not in that format.
let's just say if you're celebrating Ramadan, right? Like, is this a loophole?
Ramadan?
Yeah, you know, because you can't eat till the sun goes down.
No, here's the thing, you're right. But I think if you put something that you really like in your mouth, you put a little candy in your mouth, and I fast a lot, so I know. The minute anything that I like touches my tongue, that's it. It's a wrap. I'm eating.
Yeah.
I'm eating.
Gateway
right?
open.
That's it.
Smashing it all, yeah.
You're like, I'm a cake, I'm eating donuts.
You've opened the flavor portal. Ain't no coming back now. It's over.
I couldn't do it. And I love KFC. I love chicken. So, I mean, I couldn't do it.
Could you see your husband recommending the chicken flavored toothpaste to somebody?
Yeah, my husband is an orthodontist, right? He's a doctor. Listen, I think my husband would never encourage anything that would be bad for your teeth. And if you hear him, he would say, eating chicken, eating anything, like, no, I don't think he'd be up for this.
I mean, it's not the worst thing you could eat, You know, like
chicken toothpaste.
I'm just always confused.
I mean, I'm not gonna try it.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely not gonna try it. Also, like, I know exactly how chicken tastes, and I like chicken. But then, how do you get random chemicals to taste like chicken?
That's the scary part.
And
they're also good for your teeth.
What if there's little like fried chicken crumb particles in it just to give it that texture? That's what helps gets the teeth clean, the crunchiness of the chicken, fried chicken.
If they swap out the KFC for M&Ms, I'm in.
Okay, M&M flavored toothpaste, Skittles toothpaste.
Oh, that's gonna be like a one pump kind of situation for some people. It's gonna be going on one day. One day.
It'll be gone. Well,
what flavor would it
that's
be?
my take on it. Oh, M&Ms?
Because do the different colored M&Ms taste differently to you?
I don't think so. I think all M&Ms are the same, right?
I feel like for me, I eat them too fast. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I eat them too fast.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who know specifically. Those people with those special taste buds.
Yeah,
man.
because it's not us.
Yeah.
At all. Same thing with Reese's Pieces. All the same flavor.
Forget it.
Absolutely.
Handfuls
Handfuls at a time.
Oh my God.
Peanut butter overtakes everything.
No.
Man, we got to run the break, but when we come back, we got celeb birthdays and so much more. See you in 2.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back. If you are celebrating a birthday today, mosey down to the Old Town Road to celebrate with the birthday boy, Lil Nas X, who's turning just 26.
I bet you his birthday party would make Diddy blush. And everyone's favorite Huxtable Who, Rudy, a.k.a. Keisha Knight Podium, is 46.
Leighton Meester, best known for her role as Blair Waldorf and Gossip Girl, turns 39. Although some great balls of fire, Dennis Quaid is celebrating 71 years young.
Hey, an R&B songstress, Jasmine Sullivan, turns 38 and is somewhere breaking windows out of someone's car.
Oh, dang. Okay, Princess, who gets the cake? Who are you giving some birthday cake to?
Oh, man. Okay. Jasmine. I love her. I mean, yeah, let's go with Jasmine. I love Jasmine.
Yo, and
she's crazy, and I love crazy people.
She's a vocal beast.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, the range that she has.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to run it up for Jasmine as well because those songs live rent-free in my head.
And where has she been lately? We need a Jasmine strong comeback.
Yeah, it seems like she goes on a siesta of sorts and then loops back and gives the people
and then
what
hooks
they need.
us like.
I got to give it up for Lil Nas X. When that song popped, and I thought, and he went on such a journey. The reason I like Lil Nas X so much is because he didn't have some sort of giant machine behind him. He found some beat online, and then he made sort of a country song on top of it.
Wasn't it a YouTube thing that?
Yeah, it was something like that, and then it exploded. And I remember the whole drama where it was like, he was blowing up. He was showing up at schools, and all the kids knew all the words. And then, like, he was climbing the country charts, and they tried to shut him down. And he had a logo, I think it was on Twitter, and it was like a horse running one direction. And then he switched the horse that it was running back. He's like, hold on a second, I'm going to go get somebody. And then he updated it, and it was two horses running the same direction, and that's when he had Billy Ray on the track. And I just thought that was like, that story right there just like really stuck out to me. So I have a lot of love for that guy.
If there's a I'll show you, that's him.
Yeah.
Because he really took all that negativity and turned it into a positive, like, this is who I am, no denying who I am, and really made it.
Well, and the other thing is he came out and he proved that he's not a one-hit wonder. And one hit is great. I would love to have one hit, but like to have a hit that big. And
it was a monster smash.
Right.
Yeah. And he almost caught it with Montero and some of these other records. And if MTV still showed videos, his videos would be on repeat 24/7 because he always does something insane, unique, and outside of the box.
If
and
my mom knows the song, then that means you doing something. Right? Yeah.
And all your years of, like, you know, being in the business, being in the industry, what is like one notable birthday party that you attended that was wild?
Oh my gosh.
Or even if it was your birthday party.
Okay, so the one that's the most notable, I can't talk about. And I'm saying that because I really can't talk about it.
Yes, NDA.
I can think about it, but it's with somebody that's circulating in the news. Can't talk about it. It was amazing. It was in Miami. Hint. But after that was my husband's birthday. So my husband had a 50th birthday a year ago. And, you know, it was in a beautiful mansion. We had drones come in. We stood on the balcony. I felt like a king and a queen introducing my king, you know, on his 50th birthday. My husband is 50. And he's 51, actually. It was just such a magical moment. And we had friends flying from Toronto, from Jamaica, from all over the world. It was fabulous, honey. All black theme, black excellence. It was beautiful. So I think my husband's party. Yeah, and everybody talked about it after. It was like, you know, other than our wedding, which was a bashment, people still talk about our wedding. His party was amazing.
Oh, that's great.
Yo, man, the detectives in the chat are already solving.
Yeah, they're writing.
I just couldn't do it.
Like,
I
does
was
it rhyme with?
Because there were other people involved, and it's like, girl, now look, because we were going to dig it out. Y'all will figure it out.
Yeah, they're going to dig it up.
It was spectacular.
Yeah.
A helicopter was landed. It was.
Oh, wow.
It was. But that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Will that person be able to throw a party this year?
Well, that's all I'm gonna say.
We're going to get a whole lot of this person next month.
Oh, Lord.
We're going to talk about them a whole lot.
Oh, God. What just happened?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. It's like, there's some holiday birthday parties you got to. I don't have anything to say about that.
I promise you, it was like, oh.
What the Real Housewives of Atlanta rap parties be like?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like usually by the end of the season, especially after they do the reunion show.
You know what I can speak on? I'm gonna even speak on the rap party. So season 1 and season 2, before there were premiere parties, I threw a huge party which goes down in history, honey. Some of the people that are, I believe even on the show, maybe Gary, a couple people were there, all the Toyas and Tiny and every celebrity you can think of was at these parties at the W. People were trying to get in, hop over banisters. We had security. It was crazy. That premiere party, season 1 and 2, went down in history of people trying to celebrate the show. We didn't even know, of course, how big the show was going to be. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the rap party, the premiere party instead of the rap party. Season 1, legendary. Ask about it, y'all. Ask about it.
We have to find out.
It was amazing. I have pictures.
All right. Let me ask you something. Yeah. How comfortable are you with racial profiling?
Racial profiling? I mean,
in the name of good, in the name of solving a crime.
Okay. Tell me more.
Okay, we'll tell you more in just a minute. We're going to be back in 2 minutes with everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it?
Okay, I get it.
It's time for everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? It's all gonna make sense once we read through the deets. Try to use your context clue solving abilities to figure this out. Now, things went sour when a 45-year-old man in Clearwater was denied free refills at a kid's lemonade stand. He bought one glass and turned all the way up when he found out he had to pay for more.
I just want to take a quick second. Clearwater. Clearwater. What state is Clearwater in?
Clearwater.
The F word. Florida. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
While in a fighting stance, the Lemonade Looney Tune grabbed the wrists of an older woman helping out with the stand and threatened to beat her up. Sir, this is not Beyonce's Lemonade. Relax.
The Lemonade lawbreaker, thought to be homeless, was arrested and charged with felony battery due to his lengthy rap sheet.
Sometimes the crime ain't worth the squeeze. Okay, whose cousin is it? So, Princess, one of my hard rules is if it has the F word, Florida, I typically think it's my cousin.
However, no, there's no however. It's definitely your cousin.
Okay, yeah.
It is absolutely Tanner's cousin.
What are the things that are getting you there?
Florida. I mean, the fact that he's being combative in a lemonade stand, oh, child, it's definitely, it's your cousin.
Yeah, we don't like lemonade like that.
It's your cousin.
Not in a fighting way.
No.
Yeah,
I love lemonade. You never saw sir. Oh, I like lemonade.
Well,
we'll drink it,
we
but
will drink it.
Like from a lemonade stand.
At a cookout. Not right. We might.
But I also don't think that your people are grabbing the wrist of an elderly lady who's trying to help serve lemonade.
Not at all.
That's
Not
some crazy.
at all.
The red flag for me is when you said Clearwater, which made me think of the country group Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah, CCR.
Very white.
Yeah, all white.
So much so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, they used to be on those, if you like these songs, it used to be top
you
life.
would probably recognize a track or two. They were really big in like the late 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
They just had some hits.
During tough times.
During tough times.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go Tanner's cousin.
My cousin.
Yeah,
my
I'm
cousin.
sorry.
Also my cousin. We've got 3 white votes.
Let's see what it is. 1, 2, 3.
Move that van. Here we go. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that last name.
Wait.
The old lady struck back.
Wait.
Stephen Cusumano.
Okay.
It's given Italian. I used to go to school with a Mark Casano.
Absolutely.
Not the same letters, give or take a couple consonants, and we're there. But
it's very Sicilian.
listen, I don't want to get into if the Italians are my cousin or not because I feel like that's a landmine.
Oh, we ain't got time for that. What?
It's weird. If you was in New York, there would definitely be a line of the saying. Because the Irish rock with the Irish. Over
there, big deal. Real big deal.
Yeah, so with that being said, fight amongst yourselves in the chat about the ethnicity and what we're going to claim this person as.
Yeah.
Princess, thank you for hanging out with us today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All the vibes, all the energy.
So fun.
Yeah.
This was so much fun.
Where can people find you on social media if they want to follow you and keep up with what you're doing?
Listen, Producer Princess, I'm barely there, but I'm right in there, so follow me. Producer Princess, that's it. I'm not doing Twitter because,
Because noise,
Okay. But on all platforms.
But all the other platforms.
Cool.
Producer Princess.
Love it.
That's me.
Love it.
Tap in.
Much,
Be
Tap
respectful in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this situation of ours over here. And hit record all if you're watching this on your TV because that goes a long way. So we appreciate y'all.
Man, that's about it. There we go. Cusumano, I think I still got to claim him in Florida. Clearwater.
Put him on your taxes.
He's on me.